Hi, Tony Bradshaw with AddSomeToYourIncome.com to talk to you about how to make $100 a month in passive income. First, I'm going to go over income, the three different types of income, so we understand what passive income is. Then I'm going to talk about setting up your 5 bank accounts so that one of those bank accounts is ready to do the type of investing that I'm doing. And then at the end, I will share with you how I woke up the other day and at 1:53 a.m. a check had been deposited into my bank account. This was just 2 days ago, and I will explain how I set up that and that passive income coming to me. All right, so first, income. To define income, I like to say that it is money. In comes the money. In comes the money. That's income. In comes the money to you. It is my main focus. How do I add to my income? What are ways that I can increase the amount of money that I'm making? How can I help you to add to your income is my goal. I love to hear how you have increased your income. Passive income is one of the 3 types of income. So there's labor income, passive income, and gift income. Labor income, you work now and you get paid right away. Passive income, you work now and you get paid at harvest. There's usually a lot of maintenance along the way. You plant the seeds, you weed, you water, and you have to wait until it's harvest and then get the harvest to the market. So there's still work. It's just different work than labor income. Gift income, someone else worked yesterday, is not our focus. Our focus is on passive income. What are things that I can do now that are going to bring about money in the future? I love to talk about mastering your craft. It could be the labor that you're doing and you learn how to master it. For me in particular, I like to write books. I like to get those books done. I set aside a certain amount of time each week and I work on writing books. The books that I write will fall under passive income as they make money. So I work on having them be a part of the topic that I speak about, and I work on having them connect with what I'm doing in my classroom. These books will be future income with their royalties. It's not my specific story about the check that came, but I'm just talking about how to think about passive income. I have my labor, teaching. I have things that I do that will be passive income. This video alone is an example of that, something I'm doing. It's not specific to my job, but it connects in with my job and it can become passive income as more individuals find out about me. Feel free to subscribe to the channel below. Take a moment now and subscribe if you are one that wants to focus on how to increase your income. You are able to do that when you let go of worrying about your spending and how much you're spending and where the spending is going, and you learn to focus in on how to increase your income, which is why you're here. You want to know how to increase your passive income. You'd like to know how to make $100 a month or $500 or $1,000. How much is it that we can make, we can make, is what I said, but yeah, how much can you make in passive income? The definition is you work, you prepare the ground, you plant the seeds, you take care of the plants, they grow, you weed, you water, and then you see your payment at harvest. Before I get to talk about what I did and how I got that money that rolled in, I need to talk about setting up the 5 bank accounts. And have you set up 5 bank accounts? That's a part of the preparing the ground to be ready to plant the seeds. So your money is going to flow the way you tell it to. Money is a flow. That's why it's called currency. It is a flow. When you tell your money how to flow, you're going to see that it will perform in the ways you want it to perform. And so I say, set up the 5 bank accounts. I learned about this through Prosperity Consciousness, I believe, was the actual book. As soon as I was about to say that, my brain was like, maybe that wasn't the name of it. But let's go with Prosperity Consciousness. And the person was doing a workshop, and I was listening to it, and he said, you can share this with anybody. And I always enjoy that. And I did this for myself, and it really helped with money. It helped with all the money issues I'd had in my relationship. It helped to just think about my money this way. In my relationship, the struggle was if if I was spending money, where did that spending money come from? And so one of the 5 accounts gets you set up to be able to have that spending money, earmark it by putting it in a separate account. 5 bank accounts. In short, we have the income account, save to give, save to keep, save to spend, and then the investment account. So your income account, this is where you're thinking, what do I do to make more money? How do I increase my income? And you want to check in on this account and see the money flows in. Some people use this as their main account where other things flow out, and then each month, at the end of the month, you look at how much is left over in that account to decide where to put it in the other accounts. Or that if you were short, why were you short? Was it extra frivolous spending or something? And you pull from the account that has the funds to be able to balance that one back out. So you do a monthly balancing on the income account, usually to put it into the other funds. So we have save to keep, save to give, pardon me. So that's where you're ready to give. You are ready to gift money to others. That unlocks the key of receiving gift income. That is the key that unlocks the lock of receiving gift income. There we go. Save to keep. This way you're able to tell yourself, I have money in the bank. I have money in the bank, not going to spend it at all. And it changes your mindset from ever saying, we spent all our money, we don't have any money to spend, or anything else you say. You immediately are in the black, which is why I wear black. Save to keep. Save to spend is where you get your frivolous spending coming from, or some people call it your mad money. The save to keep is your cash stash. Save to give is just what you do because you're human, okay? And you find yourself able to do that, and it's what makes you rich, which you can reference some of the books that I've talked about. I'm currently working back through the book, The Paradox of Generosity. When you give, you receive more. When you grasp, you lose. All right, so on to this 5th account, and this is all just in brief. You can look up some of my other videos on the 5 bank accounts and setting them up. The 5th account is the investment account. This is where you're going to be able to put money in for passive income. This account, you're thinking, what am I going to invest in next? So what did I invest in that I'm seeing money coming into me in passive income? A few years ago, I was in contact with someone through my brother-in-law to purchase the notes or title. The title was held in escrow on notes for homes. So let me say this another way. It's like lending someone money. They'd already been created. I purchased them, and I purchased just the notes. So I was like it was like when, if you've ever done a mortgage and then your mortgage gets sold to another mortgage company, I was like the other company, and I bought these from someone. So I put down money and buy these notes, and then the people who owe money owe me money. It's a simple promissory note. They promise to pay me back. The people that were paying me ended up, one of them asked me if I could talk with a friend who was looking to purchase and needed money. Okay, so I talked with this person and found out that she needed some funds to be able to buy she was buying a mobile home. And so we made a note. We put the mobile home as the escrow in the long-term escrow, and I paid the money to her for her to buy it with the title in escrow. So when it got changed over to her as ownership, I became a lien holder, and the title actually sits in a long-term escrow account. I tell you that big long story, and she's not the one that I received the payment of the other day. She then referred me to someone else, and this other person was looking to purchase a vehicle. So this person wanted to buy a truck for his business to be able to function his business. He didn't have enough cash on hand, so he needed money. So very similar thing. He gets the money from me, and we put the title of the truck into long-term escrow. So he cannot sell that truck without it first going through the title company. In fact, so long-term escrow is, most escrow is done fairly quickly. You go there the same day, title transfers. Long-term escrow accounts is where the title sits in the actual company. Like they keep it on file. And they have the whole system. I love it because they become a third party that he pays them. They track how much is paid. It's a $10 fee each month to do that. And I have the money come to me. And as soon as he pays off the note, then the title is going to be freed up and sent to him. Well, just because of the way it worked between the title company and my bank, the money showed up at 1:53 a.m. I received over $300, and he makes these monthly payments. Now, I received over $300, but I would say that the passive income part of it was really the interest payment that was happening inside of that payment. So it was roughly about $100 of interest, and then it was about $250 or so that went towards principal on the particular note that is being paid to me. And that is a way that you can make passive income. You could make $100 of passive income by lending money with a note so it's secured. There are many ways. I'm just showing you one that's happening for me. It's really happening. I wake up, I get an email, and it tells me I have more money in the bank. And I keep wrapping it back into my investment account because that lady referred me to someone. He actually referred me to somebody else. There are people who are knowing that I'm lending money. They want to buy something now, and I can do that for them and then see my passive income increasing. So be the lender, not the lendee, and you will see passive income come to thee. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.